Good morning and welcome aboard. We're getting all set up here for the trading morning. For those that are joining us on the outside, join us live in Zoom, DayTradingMarkets.org, DayTradingMarkets.org. We're getting all set up in the background. If you need charts, let us know. Pop into Zoom. New and experienced traders, this is a group trade along coaching session focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. This is an entrepreneurial opportunity for new and experienced traders to do better, to get started in trading and do better in their trading based on logging in. For those that are coming in from the outside, pop in. You have a free guest pass. Use the URL DayTradingMarkets.org to be able to register, join us via Zoom. Good morning and welcome aboard. We're getting all set up in the background for the trading session. If you want to join us live in our home base, join us live in Zoom. The URL to drop in with a free guest pass is DayTradingMarkets.org, DayTradingMarkets.org. If you need a trading platform to get set up as an entrepreneur to trade, we have one for you. When you pop into Zoom, just let us know. If you're an experienced trader looking to do better in your trading on a daily basis and develop consistent profitability, we have that for new traders and experienced traders. We start out the morning by setting key levels in the S&P 500 E-mini and work the market around those levels based on a price action trading methodology. We're going to pick up 2 points plus in each trade. Long and short of it is we're trying, based on a trading discipline, to pick up a couple $100 a day. What's the great opportunity based on the S&P 500 E-mini? You can make money on the upside and the downside, and you can also add contract size. So let's say you're at a point where you're pretty good at this, trading on your own trading platform. And by the way, we have an opportunity for you to earn a funded trading account. So you don't need to have a lot of trading capital. If you do have trading capital, great. Risk capital, you can set yourself up. If you want to look to earn a funded trading account, we can help with that and point you in the right direction. Having said that, we're looking to pick up a couple $100 a day. Our downside, we've generally run a 2-point stop. Upside, we're looking for 2 points plus based on our trades. Raising your contract size will give you more bang for your buck. They'll add some more risk, but again, the idea here is how do you set yourself up, practice trade, practice trade, practice trade until you get good enough to be able to go and trade in real time. And can we help you with that? That's what we do here every day. We work the morning session. We open up, 8:30, 9 o'clock. We get ourselves set up for the trading morning. We get rolling at about 9:27 when we set our coaching levels. If you like what we're doing here, tell your friends. Use the URL DayTradingMarkets.org, DayTradingMarkets.org. Like us, follow us, heart us. If you're on Twitter, go to Day Trading Markets, which is our Twitter handle. And if you can, like us, repost us, that would be very helpful for us. However you interact with your social media, we have individuals out there that are part of groups, chat rooms, trading rooms. DayTradingMarkets.org is our post, so we appreciate it. With your help, we'd like to get the word out and let individuals decide. We have a nice core group of individuals, new and experienced, that are working the market for the morning session in this service. Your guide for the day, your trade along coach, is a 25-year veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. We're going to be putting up some charts. We utilize a particular trading platform. You don't need any particular trading platform as long as it is a trading platform. If you need one, let us know, and we can provide a link through one of our affiliates. If you need capital to trade, you want to trade somebody else's capital, then we have a link based on one of our affiliates that can help you get started. They'll provide you with a trading platform that you can train on to showcase or start developing your talent, and then be able to showcase that to them within their system so that you can basically pass their test as a consistently profitable trader. And we are in the business of helping you develop from an educational point of view that consistency of profitability. Granted, it takes work on your part, takes effort on your part, just like you're setting up a business for yourself, an entrepreneurial endeavor. To do what? To trade the markets from your base, wherever that is, through your computer, and we can help you get set up to be able to do that. Every day we start out fresh. It's like a new slate on a daily basis. The market opens up, takes us on a journey. Price change happens, and based on that price change, you're looking to capitalize on that price change by putting trades on and taking them off. The idea is that if you can get good at this, based on this entrepreneurial endeavor that you are taking on, then you have developed a way to make money for yourself and look to develop freedom based on the ability to come to your screen, your computer, your trading account, or looking to earn a funded trading account, to be able to put money on. It's your business, your abilities and talent. Very straightforward. If you're good at trading, that's a great thing for yourself. If you're bad at trading, go off and do something else. I can't stress that enough. I think everybody should try, or have the opportunity to try, and see if this is something that you can do and do for yourself based on opening up a business, if you will, work in that business. Don's coming in. Going to put up some charts. Hey, Don, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Nice job yesterday.
Thank you.
I love it. You start to pick up some steam.
What do you mean?
You start out a little hesitant, when it comes to, because you're trading and communicating, and it takes you a little bit to put the two together, but then you start to roll and you're awesome.
Well, that's the way every morning starts out. The fact is, I don't know what it's doing yet.
Listen, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you, I think that, you've got a lot to offer. And I think that really does come out.
Well, it's kind of you to say. So let's see. There we go.
We've got a nice audience coming in from the outside.
Yeah.
And we're getting a number of, we have our core group, which is great. Core group has been fantastic and it's growing. And then we have new ones, individuals that are looking to start out in trading. And that's been great also. And we have a nice group of people coming in from Twitter and Facebook and, different social media venues. And that's growing nicely. So, it's appreciated that you're here. And I think it's nice for people to get a sense from somebody that is on the line and doing it, putting trades on and taking them off and at risk. And, it's an entrepreneurial type, to me, an entrepreneurial approach to freedom, the opportunity to day trade, which I think is great.
Well, it looks like I might have to shift gears this morning. Oh, well.
So we just put up a, Don is a trader. Don is a trading aficionado in price action trading. He was trading before he met Saul, hooked up with Saul, took some of Saul's trading education, has been with Saul ever since as a associate, friend, trading buddy. And it's been great. And we appreciate him. He filled in for Saul yesterday.
Yesterday was a good day.
There's a lot that goes on publicly and privately. The opportunities here are for new traders to get set off on the right foot. We have one-on-one coaching to help you get set up and going based on your trading. For experienced traders that are looking to For new and experienced traders that are looking to develop a trading skill, we offer price action trading. We offer one-on-one coaching and price action trading. And the concept here is, how do you develop consistent profitability? Or if you are an experienced trader that isn't happy with their trading results and really want to buckle down, then we have the opportunity for you to join us. Take one-on-one coaching with your trade along coach and look to develop, get back on the consistent profitability train while working with your trade along coach. Let's say you end up doing one-on-one coaching. We do it in a private Zoom meeting room or classroom. It's you and your trade along coach sharing, working, learning, adjusting, tweaking your trading. And then you come into this group coaching session to apply your newfound trading skills in working with, in conjunction with your trade along coach. I don't think it gets much better than that, because this is a live market opportunity for you to be able to do that. That's why we call it a group coaching session, trade action, price action, coaching session. One of the keys to the opportunity here is the trading and scalping levels, the coaching levels that are put together right before the cash open, right now it is 9 a.m. Eastern time, April 18th. I can't believe how fast April's going. 2024. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing's been taken as direct trading or investment advice. You're trading between you and yourself based on your interest as an entrepreneur to be able to come to your screens, spend some time, and make some money for yourself on a daily basis. Having said that, we set key levels, price action, scalping levels, and zones for the morning session to give us a trading advantage over other traders. I can describe what Sol does for his own trading. You can look to do the same thing. Is that Sol sets these levels pretty close to the cash open as a trading advantage for himself. These are specific prices in the S&P 500 E-mini that he is going to work or look to work the market today, this morning, between the hours of 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. He's looking to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. He's looking to pick up 2 points plus on each trade as he trades around these levels and zones, utilizing a price action trading strategy that is teachable by us and learnable by you, practiced by you until you get it right and you deem yourself ready to trade in real time, either against capital that is provided to you based on one of our affiliates, or setting yourself up with a trading account so that you can trade on your own and look to turn this opportunity into a trading business for yourself. Hey, Skip, how are you this morning? Welcome aboard. How'd you make out yesterday, Skip? I know it was your first day with us. Hey, that's great, Skip. And how were the levels working for you yesterday? Yeah, I think that I understand what you're saying. The concepts of there's a reason individuals get into a trade. There's a reason they get out of a trade right away. The concept of price action trading gives you price action trading, scalping in and around uh, the pre-mapped out levels really gives you a opportunity to do this for yourself. And the concept of calling trades, it's too quick. There's a mental process for the individual that's putting on a trade that is really too quick, based on the call. And I've spent time in situations where there are individuals that do that, and I found them to be disingenuous, if that makes any sense, and individuals to stay away from. I also think that there's a lot of individuals out there that are trading the market in simulation and running other people that are looking to make a buck and getting all spun up in it all. For those that are joining us, please like us, please follow us, please share this opportunity. DayTradingMarkets.org, DayTradingMarkets.org. Yeah, and also not only that, it's so when you go into, let's say you're you're trading based on price action, and you have a particular area that the market is testing, in other words, your level. When you're coming into that level, you're making some very quick decisions based on your particular art in your entries, exits, and stops in and around that level. And there is almost a sixth sense for the individual that, in my opinion, that's developed over time based on adjusting and tweaking themselves based on the action of price. Having said that, the entries, exits, and stops in and around a level are really not the level itself. It's other, it's a price in and around that level, both for the entry, the exit. You generally have a fixed stop, and that's set after the cash open. Saul will either keep his stops or expand them, and based on how he's working the market, and individuals will do the same. But my point is that the opportunity here is for you to learn it. And make it your own. And the concept of if you have a trading platform, great. If you need one, let us know. If you're looking to earn a funded trading account, let us know. We have affiliates that can help you out in that endeavor. Don't be shy.
Yeah, the levels are just places where we expect the market to react. We're here to scalp it, get in, get a little reaction, get out. This is not a situation to buy and hold. It's like that red line up there. That was a level this morning. I got short at it. I got out of one. I'm trying to hold one. They're probably not going to let me. Since we are where we are at, I will probably just go ahead and bail this trade and just take the point, the point or so off the last one, and be happy with that. And if you notice, I got arrows pointing above and below, so I don't really have a feel. I think we're going to hit both of them, but how we're going to hit both of them, I can't tell you. But the levels are just areas that we expect the market to react off of. We're trying to get in and get out. We're subject to be long a bunch during the day and short a bunch during the day. We just don't pick a direction. And it's like right at the moment, I don't really have a feel for this thing. I've got a little feel, but that's about it. We're gonna have to wait till we get closer to 8:30 or beyond to see what we're gonna do. But pre-market, I'll take the level pre-market. It doesn't matter. I already know where the levels are, where I'm gonna set them at today. And now, keep in mind, I will adjust as this market unfolds and starts showing me if it wants to change directions, then I want to change directions with it. If what I'm doing is not working, then I need to back up and say, okay, what's it doing? If Saul does, I do not. I'm one of Stahl's students. I'm just a trader like everybody else. But yeah, he will teach you how to find the levels and to look for them, and it takes a little work, and you have to work at it every day, and you have to kind of get an eye for it. But once you get the eye for it, the rest is pretty easy. It's not hard. He'll teach you how to find the levels, what to look for. Then in the mornings before he gets in here, you go in there and you find the levels and write them down and let him find the levels and give them out, and you see how close you are. Then you go back and you look, okay, why did he do this? And then after a little bit, it's pretty simple. And or you can just use his levels. uh there's nothing wrong with using his levels. Some people just don't want to learn how. then on top of all of that is in the process of doing what he does kind of like naturally every day, you start to find your numbers and you start to trust what you're finding. And that is it's that trust part. It's kind of, he told me when I first started with him, he said the only difference between he and I was that he believed in the numbers. Yes, exactly. He'll, I mean, what we do is no secret, but a lot of it depends on, okay, your account size and your risk tolerance. You know, some people with great big accounts, they don't think anything of $3 or $4, $5,000 drawdown, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to scalp the market. So we're here to make a few points and get out. And if we're wrong, we're here to get stopped out for a few points, but not a lot of points. But with that said, the market is a big player in this due to the fact is that the volatility is going to determine all of that. So, you have to be aware of all that. And it really, after a while, you just realize we're just trading day in and day out. And we're trying to find a spot to get in as close to a turning point as possible with the least amount of risk in it. And we'd like these quick reactions off of it. But if you're trying to play it to something, then you have to realize that, look, it may not be going there right in this hour, it may be next hour, but it's okay to realize it's down there or it's up there. We're going to one of them. Can't tell you which one or how we're going to get there. It may take off this morning and just shoot to the moon. They've been down for several days. And it may go up and come down or go down and go up. I can't tell you these things. I just trade as it's unfolding, showing its hand, and the price action's doing this or doing that. I'll change. That back up. I was right the first round. What we do is not, I want to say it's not rocket science. It's not hard. It requires a little patience. And it requires you to do a little work as far as learn how to do what he does. And the bottom line for all of us is we're here to make money. If you're looking to turn 25,000 into 75,000 in a week, if you got enough money to throw at it, that's highly possible. But what's that old adage? The best way to make $1 million is to put 2 million in. That is highly true. Anything is possible. And that's, it's these big moves all of a sudden. It's not what this market's doing right now that's the problem. The big moves is all of a sudden this thing shoots up 20 points or down 20 points. And it's kind of like, this, if you're on the right side of it, it's great. But, you know, if you're not, it can get expensive fast. So it's better to put your stop in, get stopped out, and reposition at another level. And if that level doesn't work, then it's kind of like, okay, this thing's got quite a bit of momentum. Maybe I ought to back off a little bit and go to sim and trade sim and just, because there's days that it will just literally blow through these levels. We don't see them every day. Probably 80-90% of the time, it goes to the levels and doesn't blow through them very far. But we're back down to about a 1784 VIX this morning. The volatility is still better than what it was. So that means the bars are going to be bigger. Stops are going to have to be a little bit bigger. And there again, at some point in time, when this thing starts jumping up in that 20, 25, 30 range, it really gets wild. And we got 10.5-minute bars, 15.5-minute bars. If you jump in on a level, this thing is swinging so far and so fast, it's just wiping the boards with everybody. So you either got to have a great big stop. And if the stop level is too big for you, then it's back off and wait, wait a day or so and say, hey, it's too rich for my blood today. I've done it. And I've got right in the middle of it and I've made money and I've got my clock cleaned. And so everybody's different. That's the problem, that we're all different animals here and we all have different tolerances. And so that all comes into play. And he ought to be coming in here just shortly if he's not already in here.
Hey, William, welcome aboard. Wilfred, Victor, Travis, Skip, Phil, Pat. Hey, Mike, Maureen, DL, Craig, Ash, Anupam, everybody else, good morning. Join us live in DayTradingMarkets.org. Saul's popping in. Give him a big shout out when he comes in. He's going to pick up the microphone. He's going to run the morning session. He's going to give out key levels. His coaching levels for the morning session. Write them down in your trading pad. If you need help loading them into your software, let us know. If you'd like a one-on-one coaching session with your trade along coach, let us know. Make sure you honor your trade along coach by signing up for this service. Don't be a piker. I'll post a link shortly.
All right, good morning, everyone. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 50.74, 50.74. Downside support at 63, 55, 47, 34, 21. Upside at 82, 93, 51.01, 09, and 20. Pivot 74, resistance at 80, 82, 93, 51.01, 09, and then 20. Downside support at 63, 55, 47, 34, and 21. All right, welcome some of the new folks that are here. We're trading mini S&Ps. We're looking for opportunity to scalp the market based on the levels we just gave out. in addition to any price action opportunities that might occur. Combination of both of those gives us our opportunities to scalp the market. We're looking for about 2 to 3 points on our trades with obviously different volatility. Right now, 2 to 3 points probably is sufficient. That could change. Again, like I said, if the volatility picks up. But as you can see here over the last few hours, we're kind of trying to consolidate here a little bit. So we'll see where the market takes us. Yesterday kind of flushed it down and then rallied it up as the afternoon went on, and we're coming basically in the mid-range here of yesterday's trade. So kind of consolidating here around the 50, high 50 handle, 51 handle, see where it wants to go. Market's been kind of pushed down to the downside here over the last few days. A lot of concerns about interest rates, geopolitical situations, and all weighing on the market here, and it's flushing us down here to this level. So the market's trying to find a equilibrium that it'll be just kind of seeing where it wants to hang out. Pivot again is 74. As the market downticks a little bit here, we're looking at the first support level will be down at 63, 55, 47, 34, and 21. Upside resistance at 82, 93, 5101, 09, and then 20. There they are in the chat for you as well. So let's see what the day brings. All right, we're trying to scalp the market as we slowly downtick here. We're trying to get 2 or 3 points on our trades. We're not trying to hit home runs here. We also try not to have any kind of bias as to direction in the market. All we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows in the market. As we slowly drip down here to these interim lows. Let's see if we have any numbers coming out this morning. All right. We have existing home sales coming out here at 9 o'clock and leading indicators as well coming out here at 9 o'clock. 2 market movers maybe as we continue to slowly drip down here to the 63 area. And remember, it's an area that we're focusing in on. So we're trying to find the opportunity to scalp the market around that area. Not going to be perfect sometimes, you can imagine. So actually, there are a couple Fed speaks talking right now. They're started at 8 and then 8:15, and now it's like 8:30. So they're still probably talking. And so existing home sales and leading indicators coming out here at 9 o'clock. And then there's another Fed speak at 10. So we'll see if that does anything to the market. As we're slowly inching our way down here, we have a little support down here at the 63 area. Look at that. All right. All right, coming down here to the 63 area. Again, we are scalping the market. We're looking to take a couple points out of these trades with same likewise amount of stops and profit targets. Initial claims pretty much in line with everything. All right, going down here to the 63 area. Again, whatever we do, we're always keeping our stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. All right, and continue to downtick here. Again, if you got stopped out, that's what you have to make sure you keep your stops in place, because we're not gonna, like I said, love any trade we put on. Kind of drifted slowly down here and continues to slowly drift down. Next support level we're looking at is down at the 55. Again, this goes to the same thing I say. The first couple bars are always a little bit more have a risk reward type of situation. They're obviously a little bit more volatile than once the market opens up. So you have some more volatility here. Again, it's one of those things that you have to do. You have to understand the risk involved, and that's what I explain it. And then you have to take those risk parameters and then adjust them to your um, as we come down here to the 55 to your risk appetite. All right, coming down here to the 55 area now. Again, that's why we put our stops in place. All right. We'll get you to VIX here in a second.
1832 is the VIX.
1832. So we're getting up there. All right, working this 55 area here a little bit. If you don't like the price action, obviously giving you a chance here to scratch some of them if you have multiple contracts. And for, again, extra volatility here, pushing the market down a little bit more. And that's why we always keep our stops in place. We're not, arguing about that. I'm not going to be right here all the time. $18 handle there on the VIX. Again, giving you a chance here to, if you didn't get out of them, if you had a finger stop there, getting out of some here of your contracts with a little bit of a loss or scratch some, as I mentioned earlier, and then keep a little bit here to see if we can get a little bit of rotation. But for whatever reason, they have pushing it down here quickly. And again, this is what happens the first couple of bars. They always have a little bit more volatility involved. You have to keep that into consideration if you're going to be trading and understand your risk tolerance. Well, whatever it is, there's got a little bit of pressure here on the market. And then coming back down here. Next support level we have down is at 47. Again, I have to be a little bit careful. Pick your spots here. Upside resistance right now would be around the 65 area. We do have a couple numbers coming out here. We got existing home sales and leading indicators. And there are the levels in the chat. Kind of ran through our first couple levels there, so you have to be mindful of that and be a little bit careful. We do have a number coming out here at the top of the hour. A couple numbers could give us some volatility. All right, they drifted down to 50.75 there, and then coming back up here a little bit. Upside resistance right now is at the 65 area. Couple numbers here at the top of the hour. See what that brings to the market. All right, well, now they're decided to uptick it here a touch. They got down to 50.75 there, and then rotating back up here. Obviously, if you got stopped out, we have to just be a little bit patient now and wait for our next opportunity. You know, stuff happens. And that's why we talk about the first couple bars always being a little bit more volatile. We do have existing home sales and leading indicators at top of the hour. All right, kind of just hanging here on these interim lows. You can see yesterday's kind of big range there, and from the lows up back up there to the highs. Very choppy trade these days. 47 up to 97. Market again worried about inflation and the geopolitical situation, but it's handled it pretty well, I think. So we'll see what happens. Oh, we're just kind of hanging here on these lows. Wait for this number to tell us what we're going to do next here. 65 right now would be a little bit of resistance on the upside. Now we're just now kind of drifting back here on these interim lows. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We're trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. We're scalping the market. We gave you levels in the chat this morning. We'll repeat the levels again in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We kind of ran over our first couple support levels there, and now we're just kind of hanging in here in these lows. The upside resistance right now would be at 65, and we'll see where we go from there. And if you're more risk averse, you're looking at the our pivot area instead. Again, everybody here has different risk tolerances, and everybody here trades a little bit differently. Not everybody trades the same. Not everybody trades the same number of contracts. Not everybody trades the same entry point. So you have to understand your risk tolerance and trade that accordingly. All right, they went right up to the settlement price there. Settlement price being the 62.70, 62 and a quarter area, and then flushed it back down here a little bit. If you are trading that, then you maybe took a little bit of a scalping opportunity there. Again, everybody here trades differently just a little bit. Okay, coming back up here now to the 65 area as well. See where it wants to go here. Again, if you are more risk averse, you're probably looking at the 74 there above, which is our pivot. You can see where our blue band is coming in there as well. All right, getting a little bit of a rotation here against that 65 area. Again, you can see our blue band was up there at 68 and change. Kind of hanging around the 65. See where it wants to go. Our next upside area there that we're focusing on would be around the 74, which is our pivot. All right, giving us a nice little push here against that 65 area. Yeah, it inched its way up a little bit there, but had the blue band there to help you out there as far as extra resistance. Again, it's just a matter of scaling in around it. Got up to 67 and change there and then came back off. The Wall Street Journal put out an article saying that Chair Powell has a new tone. The Federal Reserve's outlook on interest rates has shifted. So that's kind of leading us to where we're at here with the bond market at a 114 handle, and we're down here at this 50 handle here in the S&Ps. All right, we've drifted right up to that 65 area there and then came off here a bit. Um, mm, yeah. Are we having a class later this afternoon? So keep that question or keep any question. Uh, point it out to me now, like you just did, and then I'll talk to you about it later. So it's a good time to ask the question, and I'll remember and talk about it in a bit. All right, we drifted up to that. That's what we talked about. A little resistance at 65, got up to 67 and change, came off, and now we're just kind of drifting into the middle of this range. Up next, upside resistance would be around the 74, which is our pivot. We do have a number coming out here in about 4 minutes. And see if that affects the market or not. We're coming back up here to these interim highs. Next level around that we're looking at is the 74. If you're a little aggressive, otherwise our upside resistance, the first upside resistance is up at the 82 area that we gave out this morning. We do have a couple numbers going to be released later on this afternoon. Actually, no. A couple numbers going to be released in a couple minutes. And there were this Fed speaks later on this afternoon, but that's another story. Okay. All right, they got themselves a little bit of a area there that they can't push up, but we'll see what these numbers bring to the market. Downside support is down at the 47 area, which would be that test of that spike from yesterday. All right, got a number coming out here. A couple numbers, see what they want to do. And again, we don't know if they're going to react, the market's going to react or not, but there's no reason to have any kind of position. At least we don't like to have a position out when these numbers are released. So we'll just kind of let the numbers release and then see if there's any follow through that will play. Give us an opportunity afterwards. Upside resistance right now is our 82 area. And the downside support, I mean, we kind of ran through some of those other ones. Here, the numbers out, as you can see, a little flickering on the screen. The ladder ticket, I should say. But really not much, not really surprising the market that much. We get above the maybe 69, it'll give us a push up to 74. If we hold above 69, market will turn a little bit bullish. Also, anything above 69, you definitely want to be out of any shorts up there. All right, these numbers came out. Leading indicators, existing home sales, kind of nothing. Again, anything above 69, you want to be out of any shorts. If you're going to take any shorts up here, you have an exit strategy. So now we have a Fed speak at 10, and that's what's going to be coming out later this afternoon. At 10, so top of the hour, I guess, at 10 o'clock. Not top, man. The afternoon, there's a couple more, but that'd be after the market closes, so not really a affecting us too much. It might not affect us at all. We just never know, right? I'm just putting it out there so you know that there might be some activity that hits the market. You just never know. Now we're just kind of range bound here a bit. Again, anything above 69 out of any shorts. Yeah, we have to be patient here and wait for opportunities. Even if we got run over on a couple of our first couple levels there, we have to wait for our next trade to develop. We did have a little resistance around the 65 area that did give us a nice little rotation. Now we're just kind of hanging here in this little no trade zone that I like to call. All right, market staying a little bit weak. Anything above 69, you don't be out of any shorts if you're going to play that range game. You have an exit strategy. Downside support really would be nothing until the 47 area. All right, market here's a little bit weak here after these numbers came out, and coming back here to these interim lows, but again, pretty much popping back into this range. See where we want to go. Net downside support is down at the our level there is at 47. We seem to be trading on both sides of our settlement price there at 62 and change there. So market's kind of just kind of hanging here, trying to see where it wants to go. Just be patient with it. So that's all we can do. Come back up here to these interim highs. Again, it's just drifting in a little bit of a range. So nothing to get too excited about. Again, if you're a range player, you're doing okay. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We put out levels and we trade around them. Then we also have price action opportunities that the market might give us. We trade around those, and a combination of both of those gives us our opportunities. We average about maybe 4 to 5 trades a day, and we focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. So those are what we're looking for here as far as scalping opportunities are concerned, and also what areas to focus in on. And everybody here has different risk tolerances, so everybody here doesn't have to trade the same trades that we're trading. It just you have to find the trades that you feel comfortable putting on, you can visualize on a chart, and then you can take advantage of. All right, we're coming back up here to the top of the range here again. Now we talked about above 69 out of any shorts there, and popped up to 67 there, and then popped it back down. So if you're playing the range game and you have an exit strategy, again, you can get a short there against that 67 against our, again, we talked about 69 and above out of any shorts. So you have an exit strategy there, and you can take a little bit of a scalping opportunity against that area. So there are different trades to put on the market. We try to use the market to let us know where those areas of where we would be focusing on to get in and out of our trades. We let the market tell us those levels. So that was one of those that the market created for us. So if we were to get up to 66.75 there, so right up against 67, and come back down here a bit. So, but right now it's just kind of going back and forth. You can see it's been doing that for at least 20 minutes now. So we have to be patient with it as well. Okay. Well, that's why we have the that's why we have 69 and above out of any shorts. All right, we're back up here to these interim highs. You know, we're back up here for a third or fourth time, so it's obviously becoming a little bit more riskier. Again, if we trade above and hold above the 69, market might turn a little bit bullish, and we're looking at the target there would be 74. You're gonna jump in and buy it here a little bit. All right, again, if you did buy 69 there, target to 74, but you got to take some profits here. You got to put 2 points here up to 60, 71. And then we'll hold any extra here to up to the 74 area if we get up there, and make sure you keep your stop in place. And if you did buy and take some profits, do not lose any money on the trade. As even though we're trying to get up to 74, doesn't mean the market will get up to 74. Again, we're scalping the market. So if you got 2 points on your trades, you're going to take some off, and then see if we can get a little bit more on anything else that you have on. And we've got to close here above the 69 here to give us a push. Well, actually, we'll close above 68 to give us a push up to those, to our pivot there at 74. We'll see what this band does for us. All right, we can see the market is trying to hold here above that 68 area. See if it does that or not, and then right there become a little bit bullish on the market. And if we do anything below 64, you want to be out of any longs. All right, again, we're a little bit bullish here. We'll see if it wants to uptick or not. Anything above the 64 area, going to be out of any longs. See what the market wants to do. We just never know. All we can do is let the market give us an indication and then trade it accordingly. Find your exit strategy and the way to get in. But we are a little bit bullish here, looking for a push up to that 74, which we just got up here. And if you were trying to stay long there, if you did buy them there on that little dip back down to the 65 area, it got down to 65 and change. We held, and now we're trying to push up here. So getting a little bit bullish, we got right up to 74. If you did sell the 73 against the 74, which we suggested was a little bit of resistance, you're getting a nice little quick rotation. And remember, we're scaling it around an area. So we had the resistance at 74, got up to 74 exactly. I don't know if you were able to get 74s. If you did, fantastic. But if you didn't, hopefully you were able to scale around it. I don't know. I didn't have 74. I had 73 and a half, actually, to be honest with you. And so I don't know if anybody got the 74s, if you had any up there. But I got a nice little quick rotation here against it, against that area. And now see what we want to do. Again, we were trying to stay long, trying to keep you long there above 69, 68. Got down to 67 and change, 66 and change, and then popped back up. And got right. And we said our target was going to be the 74 area, in which we did jump up there really quickly, just at that, just right up there to 74, and then came off. So hopefully some of you were able to take advantage of either being long there and or short there. So we can be long and short at the same time. And a little bit of a range here. And again, the market kind of gave us those indications. We didn't really make them up. We kind of waited for the market to indicate what we were trying to do. And then it, at least this time, worked out nicely. You can see here, first couple levels did not work out so perfectly. But we are a little bit bullish here on the market. Again, we've been bullish here since we held that 68 area. And now we'll see where we want to go. Our next upside resistance is up at the 82 area. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. All right, market getting a little bit choppy here, but again, trying to keep you a little bit long for a push a little bit higher. They did trade off of our 74 area here a little bit, which is our pivot, and obviously having a little bit of an issue. Basically coming back into the range it was trading for most of the overnight range, and we'll see where we want to go from here. All right, we can see we're a little bit choppy up here. All right, kind of just hanging up here on these interim highs. As long as we stay above the 64-ish area, we're a little bit bullish. We're more risk averse. That's the only thing. As long as we stay above 65. Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? But these guys, when they're in the midst of it, they're not thinking that way. You know, they're not thinking that they are going to get caught, and they're thinking, "No, what's the big deal? It's about $1,000 here, $1,000 there." Except, except there are rules. Yeah, you know, there are rules, so it doesn't make any sense. Totally agree. Ask Pete Rose. You know, All right, kind of range game, kind of holding the 60 blue band area there, staying above it. So again, we're a little bit bullish, looking for a push up. We did go right up to our 74 area, which pivot said that was initial target. Hopefully, you were able to take a little bit of an opportunity there. We had a little bit of a sale there against the blue band after we hit those lows. That was another quick scalping opportunities, and then a little bit of a buying opportunity here above 68, looking for 69, looking for 74. We also got that. So again, even though we got run over there a couple on our first couple levels, you have to be a little bit patient there and kind of wait for the market to give us a couple more opportunities. All right, you can see here we're continuing to uptick here a little bit. Again, trying to keep you a little bit long here based on price action. Getting a little bit bullish here, and again looking for our upside at 82. And but you got to take some profits along the way. So how you manage that, or how you trade that is definitely an individualized thing here. But we're a little bit bullish unless we get below the 65, 64 area. All right, so just kind of range bound here, a little different range bound, but they are still range bound. They are staying here above around 70, 69 area. And again, trying to push up here. We're getting a little bit bullish here and looking for the 82, which is our first resistance area. All right, market continues to slowly uptick. All right, you can see here, market slowly upticking, kind of trying to get above here, our pivot, kind of trying to hold above the pivot, looking for a push higher. Um, and again, we're trying a little bit bullish on the market a little bit ago, and now we're just kind of seeing where it wants to go. Looking for a push up to the 82 area. We got our first push up to 74, and now we're trying to keep you a little bit longer. Obviously, the rotations to the downside are, keeping you. It's tough to stay long, but if you can find a good exit strategy and so you don't lose any money on the trade, then just try to see if we can ride that runner all the way up to that 82 area. All right, market continues to uptick. Looking at the 82 area as our next level of resistance. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We do not have any other numbers coming out this morning. Just the Fed speak here at 10 o'clock. Again, we focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. The market now continues to uptick, looking for the 82 area of some resistance. All right, quickly coming up here to the 82 area now. Again, we were trying to, there's a little target that we were trying to get you to if you had any longs. And nice little rotation here up to the 82. Again, we're trying to keep you long here for the last 15, 20 minutes. Quickly coming up here to that 82 area now, see what it wants to do. And you're gonna take some profits there and have a nice little trade. And then just make sure if you're gonna sell the 82, just keep your stop in place. All right, coming back down here again. If you didn't like the price action, giving you a chance here to get out of some, scratch a little bit of them. Again, we got right up to 85. Again, if you had a finger stop there, then you probably didn't get stopped. If you had a mechanical stop, obviously you got stopped out. But if you have a finger stop here, you give yourself a little bit of a chance here to scratch some of the trade if you got short there. If you were long against it, against that 70 down below at 68 there, 70 area, then obviously you did all right here waiting for this level. All right, now we're getting a little bit of a rotation here. All right, nice little rotation there against that 82. Again, obviously, if you had a mechanical stop, you got probably stopped out there at 85, just nipped it for a second and then came off. So if you had a finger stop there, you did okay. Maybe you scratched some, maybe you took a little profit here as it rotated back down. We were trying to keep you long coming up to this level, and hopefully you were able to somehow find a way to stay long. And then if you did scalp it against the 82, hopefully you were able to stay short. Obviously, everybody here trades differently, and how you manage those trades is definitely up to you. And we understand that everybody here is not going to have the same opportunities sometimes, but you have to find those opportunities that fit your risk tolerance and trade it accordingly. All right. All right. Nice little trades there for us. We had to be a little bit patient, and we never got really, never touched our stop on the on our long side there. Kind of just gave you a nice exit strategy, and hopefully you're able to maybe find a way to stay long there. Not, you just traded the 82. We had to take a little bit of heat on there. Obviously, got the top end of the range there, and then did rotate and come off, and uh, and so now we're just kind of coming back down here a little bit. A little support right now would be um, back around the 72 area. If uh, again, if you again, everybody here again, if you have any questions, obviously feel free to ask, because different ways of trading this. Not every, it's there's no right one or wrong way of doing it. You have to find a way to. I gave you different options, obviously, as the market, as the trade was happening, as the market was moving. So just trying to give you different ideas of how you can get in, how you can get out, what you're looking for. I mean, all of these things that we do teach in our education course as far as our um, levels are concerned, and then also why I was turned bullish on the market there. And then, we're lucky up here to get to our first resistance area as a target. As long as, like I said, as long as we stay below the 64 before now, as long as we stay above the 70 area, that we're still a little bit bullish. But again, we don't want to, right now, we go back to 70, even though it's a little bit bullish, we're not really excited about getting into a long at that point. So right upside resistance right now would be at the next upside resistance would be up at 93. It's actually 93 up to 96 on the upside resistance there. All right, we're kind of pushing up these highs again. Next level of resistance we're looking at is up at the 93 to 96 area. So we try to individualize the coaching sessions. Obviously, if somebody's already taken coaching lessons before, can always join a new class with a new individual. We try to keep it individualized, so you could, because everybody here has different risk tolerances, so to try to focus in on making sure I understand your risk tolerance and working around it. We do it in the Zoom room, or like after our morning session. So we do it late afternoon, late morning. I'm living in Chicago, so we have Central Time, so we start around 11 o'clock and use live charts to explain what we're trying to do and why we're trying to do things. So we're using the live charts that and then we discuss how we got levels and so on and so forth. So it's an individualized thing, and we do it um, in the Zoom room, and we can do it a couple times a week. But then there's an extension to that as far as you working with me to make sure we make sure you understand what we're trying to do and how we try to do things. So it's not just teach you stuff and then leave you alone. We kind of work with you in addition to teaching you how to do this. I was showing you why we're using levels and why we would want to be long and so on and so forth. So it's working with you after the fact as well. And we do it in this same room, but obviously with in a different kind of format. But the charts are the same, and you're able to You know what? If you talk to Brad, actually, if you go down to host, if you on your chat, go down to host and panelist, and just give us your telephone number, and we'll get back to you. How's that? Nobody else can see the number then. Take care, Maureen. All right, we can see here we continue to uptick just a tad, and we're looking at the next level. We're looking at there is the 93 area. I said we have it's an area there 93 to 96. I think would be fair. Right now, our support level would be around the 70. Our pivot there at 74. Our upside resistance would be anywhere from 93 to 96 area. Again, we focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. We feel the dynamics work well for us in the morning. The volatility works well, and so there's enough ebbs and flows. Sometimes in the afternoon, the trade becomes more one way, and the volatility definitely is lessened as the day goes on, except for the last hour where it picks up again. But then the last hour becomes a one-way trade, which is very difficult to trade as well. All right, we're pushing up here on these highs. We're looking at the 93 to 96 area next. All right, you can see it's a little bit choppy here. All right, well, we're just kind of hanging up here on these highs. No, we talked about, and we got a little bit bullish on the market above 50, 60, 50, 68. Our first target was 74, which is our pivot, and then above that, we were looking at the 80, our next level there at 82. The trick was to somehow stay a little bit long in the market because you're taking some profits along the way, and that would depend on how many contracts you trade and how you were able to manage those trades according to your risk tolerance. No, once we get up here to a resistance area, we would have shorted that area and then tried to look for a little bit of a rotation off of it since we're finding areas of support and resistance that give us an opportunity to scalp. So areas of resistance would be selling opportunities unless you were obviously long from below, then you're taking that as a target. Or you could have maybe switched and flipped and then tried to scalp it around that 82. But no, we would have the resistance areas are definitely areas that we're focused in on trying to sell those areas and then take advantage of the ebbs and flows. We don't believe markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're finding these areas that create an opportunity for us to scalp around. as we quickly come up here now to the 93 area. And again, everybody here trades a little bit differently, and your entry points would be different based on your risk tolerance and how many contracts you trade. But definitely, we would be shorting some resistance areas and then buying some support areas. We kind of ran through a couple of those support areas early on, and we got stopped out of them. But then we had to stay focused and keep trading and find other opportunities for us to trade. And we had some price action trades that got us short against early on against the 65 area, and then once we got above 68, we said that we wanted to be along above that, and then had the market rotate back up here. All right, now we are up here against our 93 area and working this area now, trying to get a little bit of a rotation against it. All right, there we go. Again, we scale into that area. And if you've been with us a while, I scale in a point above and below the area. So my area up there would have been, my first entry point would have been 92 there. And then, like I said, all we're trying to do is take advantage of ebbs and flows. And this is one of those areas that we believe the market was going to rotate off of, and it gave us that opportunity, and we're taking advantage of it right now. Again, sentiment in the market could change at any moment in time, right? I mean, obviously this morning when we first started, obviously it was very bearish. And again, your goals are different. Everybody's goals here are different, right? We're trying to scalp, and we're also trying to find, to keep you on the right side of the market is basically what I'm trying to do. And whether it's coming up here to a resistance area and turning off of it and getting short against it, and I mean, we were wrong this morning because we bought some support levels, but the market kind of ran through those areas for us. But we had our stops in there. We didn't panic, and then we were able to take advantage of our 82 area here, and again here at 93. Obviously, we didn't get that to 93. We got up here to 92 and a quarter. But like I said, I scale around it, and I got in there at 92, and we're having a nice little rotation here against that 92 area. So levels of resistance are areas that we short. The levels of support are areas that we would get long at and try to take advantage of ebbs and flows in the market. And how you manage that depends on how your risk tolerances are, how many contracts you trade, and obviously all of those are dependent on each individual here. And everybody here trades differently. Nobody here trades the same. But our goal here is not to have an opinion. We try not to have an opinion, and we try to focus in short-term rotations in the market, and just to take advantage of those short opportunities when they, not short opportunities, but show those short-term opportunities that when they present themselves, we can take advantage of. We try to find those inflection points in the market. That's what we're actually trying to do. So that's what we are. We do this every day. We're focused on the morning hours, so we're coming towards here the end of our morning session. The levels that we give out, and we gave out those levels in the morning, those are good throughout the whole day. So even though we're not here, it's hard for me to, especially when the markets are not moving around that much, to keep talking about watching the market trade in a little bit of range. So we feel the morning hours gives us good opportunities to take advantage of the dynamics of the market, and especially for what we're trying to teach. And those dynamics work well for us first the morning, our first couple hours of the morning, to give us those opportunities. But as the day goes on, the dynamics change, the volatility changes, number of traders are changing, so we don't get the same dynamics we do in the first couple hours. Lately, though, we've been kind of busy all day, right? But again, the levels are there all day. You can definitely use those levels all day long. That's for sure. All right, so we got right up to that 93 area there. We got up to 92 and a quarter and came off against our 93. So obviously, if you had 93, I would not. I would not use the 93 anymore. I did say we have 93 to 96. If you're very aggressive there, maybe you're looking at 95, 96 area as well as another scalping opportunity. But make sure you keep your stops in place because above that we have 5101 is our next level of resistance that we gave out this morning. There are interim resistance and support areas as well, besides the middle of the ranges that I give out. But those are for traders who are very aggressive and want to trade a little bit more. We try to keep it to about 4 to 5 trades a day because we don't want to overtrade. And the last thing we want to do is keep trading and just give money to the brokerage houses. Not our favorite cup of tea here. All right, right now market is rotating there off of that 93 area, and if you're trying to stay short with the runner, if you get lucky enough to cover it there at the 80 area, that'd be a nice little trade. If not, just have a trailing stop, take advantage of whatever the market gives us here. Again, I appreciate the questions. Again, if anybody has any more questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. It's a good time to ask. Again, what we do here is good for experienced traders as well, especially if you want to add some new ideas or concepts to your trading portfolio. That's what we try to do here, especially if you're an experienced trader. Nothing wrong with that. If you add some more setups to your repertoire of trading, kind of what we try to do here, because we have all kinds of traders here. We have beginning traders, we have experienced traders, and everybody. And we try to keep this community kind of rolling every day because it was very boring upstairs in the office for me when I first got off the floor and started trading up in the office. So I started this room for that reason. All right, again, if you get lucky enough to have a trailing stop on that 92, if you already are out of the trade, that's great. Get a little bit of money on it. And then again, obviously the 93, not worthwhile anymore because we just got up to 92, but I did say 95 to 96, a little bit of resistance depending on your aggressiveness. All right. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We gave you what we're looking at. We'll get back here in a bit.
Hey, quick shout out and thank you to Saul for a great coaching session. I did send out the opportunity to sign up for the service for those that have been coming in. Wilfred, I sent it out to you. William, check your chat feature. Sade, I don't think I sent it out to you. Mark, I sent it out to you. First thing I'll send out is the opportunity sheet based on this daily coaching session, group coaching session in the S&P 500 E-mini. This will provide you with the offerings that are available to you as a new or experienced trader. Hope everybody had a good day today, whether you're new or experienced. Shadi, I'm sending this out to you. Give me a quick sound check. Actually, let me post this one in the general chat. This is the one that starts out with welcome to Trade Along Trading Academy's real-time price action trader coaching webinar. There's also a link in there to spread the word. DayTradingMarkets.org is the URL that drops you right into Zoom, our home base. Now what I'll do for you is, Shadi, let's see, oops. I'm going to send out the honor your host by subscribing. You don't want to be a piker. That's somebody that comes in, takes, and doesn't give. Right now we have a 50% off discount. We start here at 9 a.m. We go through the morning session together. Saul gives out the coaching levels pretty close to the cash open at 9:30. We go through the session together. Any questions about our services, don't hesitate to ask. Like us, share us, follow us. Take a moment of your time. I would suspect you know how to do that. And we appreciate you doing it. It really does help get the word out based on our opportunity here for you. This is an entrepreneurial endeavor to scalp the markets for your own trading account. As you see, based on the opportunity list, we have the offer through one of our affiliates to set you up with a trading platform so that you can start out in this business as a serious hobby or trading as a living. If you are looking to trade somebody else's capital, that's great. We have the opportunity for you to do that also based on one of our referrals. First order of business here is to have yourself get set up as a new trader or as an experienced trader. Join us in Zoom, receive our levels in the morning, work the market with your trade along coach. Start to shed some of the bad habits, pick up some good ones, be adjusted and tweaked based on your relationship with your trade along coach. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. There's two ways to go: your own trading platform or working within a funder's trading platform. Honing your skills, practicing based on a methodology. In this case, it's a price action trading methodology. Trading in and around pre-mapped out levels. The levels that we had today, we have a relationship with a couple of them, Skip. Have you used that one before? Okay. Have you used them recently? So I can give you, if you want, a link And the link, is our tracking link, which helps us. And the other thing you should consider is they're running a 50% off special for this service. So I think that that's something. And I think I mentioned to it, if you get the 50% off, you get to keep it. In other words, it doesn't adjust. Generally it's $500 a month here. I consider it well worth it, even at a higher price. Right now it's on for $250 a month, for this group coaching session. Let me know if you got that. And when you click on it, let me know if it's working. Great. And, when you get towards, well, actually we are. So what's tomorrow, Friday? So let me know Friday if you're interested in sticking around, in this service. And I'll make sure you get the discounted link. That's for anybody out there. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure that you take that step. If you need the link, I can give it to you now. For those that are joining us, absolutely. Scotty, are you there? Wilfred, William, Mark? Give me a quick hi sign. Hey, Mark, any questions about our services? Day trading for us is an entrepreneurial endeavor. Obviously, for new and experienced traders, new traders getting set up to start their own trading business, whether it's a serious hobby or doing it for a living. We have that opportunity for you when it comes to some of our affiliate links. We have the ability to help you get set off on the right foot, looking to develop consistent profitability, which isn't easy. Takes time, effort on your part, takes time, effort on our part. So make sure you honor that. the concept of price action trading and the concepts of better levels equal better trades certainly is relevant here. We're looking to pick up 2 points plus in each trade. You know, we're looking to pick up a couple $100 a day. Hey, Albert, how are you today? Welcome aboard. Hey, Albert, I'm going to post the opportunity within this service. It's part of our welcome message to people that are coming in. Let me know back in chat that A, I guess you can hear me, and B, if you have any questions after reading this opportunity post. It's in the chat. So look up the chat area of Zoom. Hey, Albert. Give me the high sign that you're hearing us, seeing our charts. For those that are on social media, please like us, follow us, heart us, share us. The link to share is daytradingmarkets.org, daytradingmarkets.org. Hey, Albert, I see you raised your hand. Thank you. You know, we're at the end of the morning session here. We're going to be back again. You know, this service is a group coaching session for new and experienced traders. New traders that get set up and move forward, experienced traders to trade better based on the session. We'll be back here again tomorrow. We do this trading days between the hours of, you know, we're open up 8:30. We do, you know, help everybody get set up in the morning, answer questions about this service, get people set up for what they're looking for. We've got affiliate links for those that want to trade somebody else's capital. We've got affiliate links for those that want to get set up with a trading platform so they can trade their own capital. It really depends on what you're looking for. This is an entrepreneurial endeavor. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough, that this is your opportunity to, control your destiny. And it's about your ability to pick up a skill manage that skill, and you're an independent contractor being independent. I would say one of the, having a decent computer, maybe having an extra monitor can't hurt. You don't need a lot. You check out our charts, they're very simply represented. That's for a reason. We're focused on the action of price in and around particular levels and zones. We look to pick up 2 points plus in each trade. We generally defend at 2 points, which is a pretty tight stop. Depending on the action of price, we may expand on that. The concept of price action trading, it's been around. Your trade along coach is a veteran of the trading pits in Chicago, 24, 25-year veteran. Trading platforms are pretty straightforward. Those that are experienced traders, you'll pick up on this, I think, is that there's a lot of information that is spun out to us through trading platforms. We look to limit that right down to where the rubber meets the road at the trade action of the price movement of the S&P 500 E-mini. And then we firm that up by setting key levels, price action trading levels, that we look to put trades on and take off, whether they're fade trades, short trades, momentum trade, long trades. And based on our price action discipline, put trades on, take them off as it relates to the action of price in and around those levels. So today's levels that we set right before the cash open Eastern time at 9:30, we had 50.74 as the pivot. Now you could have taken a trade around 50.74, depending on the action of price. Your trade along coach is there to assist based on your stage of learning. your stage as a active or experienced trader. He had resistance at 82 price in the S&P 500 E-mini. So it was 50.82. Then he had 50.93, then 51.01, 09, and 20. Below he had 63. So it'd be 50, 63, 50, 55, 47, 34, and 24 on the downside. And then in and around those levels, depending on the action of price, where appropriate, based on a price action trading fundamental that you're going to learn, you're going to apply, look to apply in simulation only until you get good enough to be able to go and trade in real time. You're looking to pick up 2 points plus on a trade, whether it's a short trade or a long trade. You are looking to defend that trade. Depending on the action of price for the morning session, it could be as tight as 2 points, or you could expand based on the action of price and what's happening based on this day's trade. Wilfred, let me know if you're back. William, Shadi. Hey, Philip, is that you? Or is that a new Philip? Let me know back in chat, Philip, if you're there. For those that are joining us, based on your social media presence, please like us. Please follow us. Please share our URL out into the world. It is a direct link back into signing up, registering for free access, a guest pass to Zoom. DayTradingMarkets.org. DayTradingMarkets.org. That's a very good question. He asked about Saul's background and pedigree. First off, Saul is trading and scalping the market for his own account. He's trading and scalping based on a price action trading methodology that he has developed over many years. He has learned to set those levels, key price action trading levels, as an advantage to his own trading against other traders. And this is a setup, a group coaching session for those that are interested. He has the ability to teach you one-on-one in private session, in a private meeting room inside of Zoom. He started out in the trading pits as a bond trader. Very interesting. The bond trading pit, open outcry, couldn't get another person in that pit. You know, you had to shoehorn people in because everybody wanted to be in there. He cut his teeth trading up against the best, in my opinion, the best traders in the world in an open outcry setting where you didn't have all these screens and computers. And then as the screens and computers came in, he adapted and survived and excelled based on his trading on the trading floor. He opened up this service because he kept being approached by individuals that had cousins, family, that the traders on the floor liked what Saul was doing and asked him to help their members, their family members, their cousins, their distant cousins, their friends, and it was asking Saul to, A, provide him with the levels. First it came hey, Sol, your levels are pretty darn good. Can you share them with me? And he was pretty selective on that. And then he said, well, listen, if you really want all these levels, I'll charge a small fee for them. And they paid. And then it became, hey, can you teach somebody? And then it turned out, based on technology, the ability to share screens, the ability to get outside the box, he started this service. And it's only gotten better based on connectivity. It's only gotten better based on reach. It's only gotten better based on the various platforms out there. And, within not that long ago, Zoom became quite the technology to be able to reach people with real-time charts, communication through their Zoom webinar setup. And we moved from, I think we were on GoToWebinar at the time, and we moved to Zoom. And Zoom has been great. Very happy with Zoom. So, the home base is Zoom. We reach out to individuals that are looking and have that entrepreneurial spirit. We're looking for individuals that have tried trading, currently looking to trade better, and they are experienced traders that are looking to develop, hone their skill, and be a consistently profitable trader. And then we have new traders that are looking to get set off on the right foot. They want to stand on the shoulder of people that have done it already, are currently doing it, and they don't want to be caught up or spun up in the mistakes and the learning curve that trading requires. And they are very interested in finding an individual that has the kind of skill set that Sol has, in addition to the opportunity to be able to work with that individual. So this is a group coaching session focused on a limited number of hours during the morning session, where Sol believes you get the most zing for your zang, which means that there is momentum and follow through generally in the morning that you can capitalize on, that may not be there during lunchtime hours or afternoon or overnight. And he wants to have a consistent playground for him to trade in based on price movement and the opportunities presented based on picking up money based on putting trades on and taking them off, picking up 2 points plus, $100 a day, $200 a day, $300 a day, based on your contract size. 1 contract, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, and more gives you the ability to pick up more. Obviously, it raises your risk profile, and you have to be good at this. So we encourage individuals to set themselves up with a platform as a new trader, set themselves up, with the charts. You can review the charts that Sol has presented to set yourself up with order entry, set yourself up with your news feed. Limit your exposure when it comes to all the things available on a trading platform. In this case, to the concept of focusing on trading one instrument and trading it well. For an experienced trader out there, if you're not able to focus, you need somebody to help tweak and adjust you, to help you develop and secure a place in the consistent profitability world. Join us, kick the tires. Same thing with a new trader. Join us, kick the tires, come in for free. We ask you to quickly roll over into paid. We have a concept called Honor Your Trade Alone Coach. Don't be a piker. It's nominal. From an entrepreneurial point of view, it's extremely nominal. If you look at other ways to get yourself into business, I think that you know that already and you appreciate it. And we have individuals that, have been looking for somebody like Sol, and they immediately, sign up and join in the reindeer games. So that's what we do every day. That's the opportunity for you as a new or experienced participant in the art of, or looking to develop the art of scalping, trading, intraday trading, day trading the market. We like the S&P 500 E-mini. It gives us a opportunity to make money on the upside and the downside. It's highly liquid. There are risks associated with trading, and you should review that on Google. You can look up Sol on Google to get a sense about him. I think that that's important for individuals out there. You know, the idea of having this kind of service, mentoring / coaching, gives you the ability to be mentored if you so choose in a one-on-one format in a private Zoom room, and then come into this group coaching session as a proving ground and an access point to your coach during the live market, which I think is key for, you know, individuals out there. Key from all perspectives. You know, that's a very good question. Just had a question about what can I look at? You know, how long is it going to take you to become a successful trader? It may never happen. There's no guarantee anybody will make any money trading. This is an individual contact sport. You're up against other traders. You really got to be good at this. You got to take the time to practice. You'll see the results based on your practice. If you are practicing based on a trading methodology, in this case, it would be price action trading. When you have tight stops, you know, your downside generally is limited unless you don't know what you're doing. You don't understand the risks of trading. But having said that, you know, simulating trading, the concept of having a platform that's set up with real-time data, the S&P 500 E-mini up with a chart, your order entry against real-time data, you're trading with one contract, and you're starting to see what your results are, good or bad. And then it's a matter of understanding the nuance of price action trading and applying it, being adjusted and tweaked based on your application, and then looking to put numbers up on a consistent basis, understanding price action, the entries, exits, and stops, and the whys, and then going to one contract in real time with real capital up, and then seeing how you do and working with your trade along coach as you're applying your newfound trading skill. So trading isn't for everybody. Trading is an entrepreneurial endeavor, in my opinion. Trading is a business or a serious hobby that has risks associated and reward. And you really have to be good at it. You have to have the temperament. You have to have the ability to adjust and tweak yourself. Quite often, if we have an experienced trader that comes in that is just not doing well, I ask them to look in the mirror and decide if you want that person to trade your money. And if that person in the mirror has taken the time and effort to really have themselves adjusted and tweaked and apply what they have learned to the next day's trade. Go back to simulation. Really study the action of price and price movement. Study the art of entry, exits, and stop placement based on price action vis-a-vis Sol's pre-mapped out levels. And practice the heck out of it until it becomes second nature to you in a serious format. Do one contract, look to pick up 2 points plus. When I say 2 points plus, generally it's 2 points. The plus is the plus that you get based on momentum and follow through. But once you start trying to get 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, it becomes a lot more difficult because the action of price will come back and fill in, and it will shake you out of a trade. I have mentioned a couple times, and you may know this already, is that it's in my opinion that you would not look at, let's say you set up your platform, you got your order entry, you're trading, you're looking at developing, practicing your price action trading methodology. As far as your P&L is concerned, because you're tracking real-time P&L, so you're seeing if you're up $200 or you're up $300. You're also seeing that you might be down $300 or $200 or $100, and that may vary, change based on that trade. What I suggest for individuals is to turn off the dollar part and just do it by points, the action of price based on points in the S&P 500 E-mini, so that you're not seeing dollar signs going in your favor or going against you. So think about that for a second. You know, the idea, in some cases, you could call this a game. The concept of winning a game is better than the idea of stressing out over the concept of having to do this and make money at it. The concept of winning a game is that if you convert it into points, then you can look at picking up points versus the concept of doing what? Think about it. It's not just the concept of picking up points. It's the concept of those points mean something, which is banking money against your commission in your account. So you're looking to beat that opportunity cost. At the same time, your entries, exits, and stops, your entries, your exits could be just get out before your stop, because something has changed and the hair goes up on the back of your neck because your experience, and you get right out. So you don't have to get stopped out. You know, picking up an entry point, you know, in a trade, or picking an entry point in a trade is something that's taught by your trade along coach. You know, if you're getting a series of levels, and you know the levels today, and I can read them out again to you, this becomes the focus for a particular day's trade based on this opportunity, this methodology. You plot them, you pay attention to them, you see what happens around them, and you start to get better at what you're doing by that observation, and better at what you're doing by putting trades on and taking them off. These are levels and zones. So the pivot was at 50.74, resistance at 82, 93, 51.01, 09, and 20. Support you had, you know, the pivot 50.74. Support you had at 63, 55, 47, 34, and 21, excuse me. You load them into your software as a practicing trader, simulation trader. You load them into your software as a live trader, you know, with the experience to be able to do it. And then you wait for the market to come to you, and then you have your entries, exits, and stops based on the methodology. And it's not something you don't think about or know based on your experience. You know how to float an entry into the area around that level. You know based on momentum where to place it or get close to placing it. In other words, you're doing the best you can based on the trade and the action of price. And then you're working the trade. Before you get into the trade, based on your experience, you're going to know what to pick up on that trade. You're looking for 2 points plus. You might be able to get a little bit more than 2 points plus, you know, based on that trade. And that's the object. Your stop placement is a defensive position. Your exit strategy is either into the positive, your 2 points plus, or into before you get stopped out because something has changed and you can identify that change based on your experience. And if you can't identify that change, ask your trade along coach. I did this, I did that. This is where the market was. Was my entry point. This is where I got out. I think I could have gotten more on that trade from a profit. I think I got myself stopped out. What do you think, trade along coach? Now think about that for a second. Your trade along coach in this case is Saul. Your trade along coach is actively scalping the market in and around these key levels. So when you ask him a question about what you were doing based on price action, entries, exits, and stops, you're going to get an answer that is more relevant than asking somebody a question based on chart reading later or trying to give you an answer based on what happened later. You have the opportunity to get a fresh answer based on somebody who was involved potentially. In other words, he's looking at the same levels. From an emotional point of view, he was involved. From a strategy, price action trading point of view, he was involved. He may have taken a trade there. He may have had a similar experience as you based on that trade, and he can, talk about it with you. He may have had a better experience. He may have had a worse experience. But the concept is that you have somebody who is working the market in and around the same levels and can give you a answer that you need to be able to adjust and tweak yourself for the next trade. Put that trade to bed, learn from it. There are traders that are adjusting from one contract to two contracts, and they take on more mental risk. Now, again, if you're working on this, and think about this for a second, you're adjusting yourself from one contract to two contracts. If you're not looking at the dollar value, like we were talking about, and you're looking at point pickup, and you're doing two contracts, it's less psychologically painful to see the adjustment based on non-dollar value and the adjustment based up on the pickup of points. That's why it's my humble opinion to take that off the table for yourself so that you're not freaking out about taking a loss because you're seeing the dollar sign loss, on two contracts is going to be bigger. Your reward potentially is bigger. Your ability to get out with 2 points gives you a little more, zing for your buck. You certainly have to be skilled, aware, a good price action trader to go from one contract to two, but that's the goal. I mean, sitting in front of your computer for a couple hours and being able to do multiple contracts, picking up 2 points plus and getting $300-400 on your plate for the day after expenses, that's a great day for somebody that's trading the market. I mean, where do you earn that? The ability to develop freedom based on your ability to, manage yourself, manage the market based on your concepts of your discipline, your price action trading methodology, your ability to pick up points is something that's learned, something that's practiced. The other thing that comes up on a regular basis is traders that get ahead of themselves. Let's say you start getting good at this and you start to develop consistent profitability. Well, who's going to keep you on the right side of that market? Right? Think about that. Who is going to keep you on the right side of that market? Let's say you start to struggle. Have a consultation with Saul. Ask him. Say, hey, listen, I was doing pretty good, and now I'm just not reading it right. Maybe he's having the same problem. Maybe that day just wasn't a good trading day for you. Maybe the market is just not behaving in a rational fashion, and you have to sit on your hands until it starts behaving properly. But you have somebody to help disconnect you from a bad situation and help you adjust and tweak yourself to get back into a good situation. And I could tell you, quite frankly, in my opinion, that the person in the mirror ain't the person. Now, I often, so there's two ways to go here: trading your own account, or you are trading your own account, or you're looking to trade somebody else's capital. So think about that for a second. If you're not good at trading, then you should not be trading your own capital. You should be only trading in simulation until you get good again, or get good. Shed the stuff that's not working, apply the stuff that should be working, practice the hell out of it until you get better at it. To trade somebody else's capital, you have to be good at it. And it should be the same thing that you say to yourself, looking in the mirror: would you allow that person to trade your money? And quite often, and quite frankly, you would not. You don't trust the person in the mirror, because that individual treats trading as a floating game based on rationalizations, instead of being cold-hearted about the money. Now, that cold-hearted person is really an individual, if they had any sense, and these companies do that fund traders, that there's a unique opportunity now for you to earn a funded trading account with somebody that is going to provide you with the capital at risk to trade. You, as the individual in the mirror, is now being judged based on results to be given that capital to trade. That is the same thing that you should be doing with the dude or the person in the mirror. Every Tom, Dick, and Jane is looking for the opportunity to be their own boss from an entrepreneurial point of view, to trade well, and trade for their own account. Now, if you don't have trading capital, or you don't want to risk, or don't have the risk capital, then you would look to trade somebody else's capital. You can use our affiliate link to go to individuals that have requirements for you to get set up and going. And the ultimate requirement is being good. They give you the tools. They set you up. You work within the opportunity that they provide you, and that's between you and them. And then we help you based on your ability to develop consistent profitability, so that you can earn the right from them to trade their capital based on their program and how they're set up. It's a great opportunity for you. But again, there's no hiding. There's no fooling. There's no, getting around it. There's no justification for your inability to bank a profit, or to think you're going to bank a profit tomorrow. If only. The idea here is that you're working with a trading coach with experience. In normal life, a lot of times you'll have a cousin, a relative, an uncle that's in the business that is set up to help you and will take the time to help you. In this case, Saul could be your uncle. He can take you around the shoulder and teach you the art of trading for your own trading account. So we're coming into the 12 noon hour in New York. Join us, DayTradingMarkets.org, DayTradingMarkets.org, new and experienced traders. If you like what we're doing here, tell your friends. Those coming in through socials, like us. Take the time to follow us. Take the time to heart us. Take the time to share us. DayTradingMarkets.org. Appreciate you spending your day with your morning session with us. Again, let us know how we can help you as individual traders. DayTradingMarkets.org.